Governor there has thrown his support behind an effort that would no longer allocate the electoral votes by congressional district. Because right now, it's 5 votes there. Typically, Republicans get 4, and President Biden, Democrats get the 1 from Omaha.
That's right.
If that changes, and we don't know that it will, the state legislature is going to look at it. But if that changes, that takes away Biden's best path to win. Because if he wins Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Michigan, but loses the other swing states and no longer picks up the 1 in Nebraska, 269. That leads playbook this morning, the alarm among Democrats that this is possible. What do you think?
I think this is what the modern Republican Party has become. They're now changing the rules in the middle, trying to benefit themselves. This is the hell that Donald Trump hath wrought. In the middle of this, changing the rules 200 days before the election is ridiculous. I think you're right. I think there are real simulation problems. When you look at the map, that 1 electoral vote really matters in the combination of other things. Then you need another state. And so the easiest pathway to victory has always been the Midwestern 3 states combined with Nebraska.
So now changing the rules months before a presidential election is bad, huh? Gang, if that's not projection, I don't know what is. The legacy media is flipping out over moves to change Nebraska's electoral college system to a winner-take-all, and we're going to see precisely why that change is more likely to happen now than ever. And then you won't believe which swing state is now showing signs of a massive trend towards Trump and the GOP. We're going to see the latest and what it means for 2024. You're not going to want to miss this. Hey gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your Patriot Professor, here to help you stay sane during these insane times. So make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button, and let's dive right in. It was an absolutely stunning announcement. Yesterday, lifelong Nebraska Democrat Mike McDonnell officially defected from the Democrat Party, and he became a Republican, a defection that gave the Nebraska GOP officially a filibuster-proof majority in their unicameral legislature, meaning that Nebraska only has a single legislative house or chamber. But the defection wasn't merely big news for the state of Nebraska. It was indeed a giant leap for the nation as a whole, and that's because Nebraska is in the midst of possibly changing their electoral vote allocation system to a winner-take-all approach. So, as I'm sure you're aware, virtually all states award all of their electoral votes to the winner of the state. There are just 2, Nebraska and Maine, that selectively allocate those votes. So they split up their electoral votes. They give some to the winner of the state, but then they give others in accordance with who wins each congressional district. So even though Nebraska is solid red, it nevertheless actually gives a free electoral college vote to Democrats every freaking year. I think it's from their Omaha district. Well, now, with this filibuster-proof majority, Nebraska Republicans can finally rectify that. And that is where the legacy media is absolutely freaking out over this. Here's the panic coming from CNN.
New tonight, could the election all come down to Nebraska? Donald Trump thinks so. He and his allies convincing Nebraska's Republican governor to support a major change in the way the state has been doling out its electoral college votes for the past 32 years. So right now, Nebraska splits its electoral college votes, and one of them is crucial to Biden's victory. And that one is the blue district of Omaha. Biden won that vote in 2020. Trump, though, is pushing for a statewide winner-take-all system, which would potentially deprive Biden of that crucial electoral vote. Now, the reason I say crucial, just look at this, one of Biden's easiest paths to re-election. If he holds the 3 swing states of Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin and loses the rest of them, right? So he's going to lose Georgia, lose all those. Biden gets to 269. Well, to win, you need 270. So obviously the difference there is 1, and that 1 vote would be the vote in Nebraska, the vote in Omaha, that gives Biden 270 and the win. But if this scenario plays out with Trump getting his way in Nebraska, then both of them are tied, 269 to 269. And then it will be the House of Representatives who makes the decision.
And that's an interesting analysis because now you know why the Democrats are bribing so many rhino Republicans to retire early from Congress. They know that this election could come down to Congress making the decision of who's the next president, and they want to be in charge. Now, as I understand it, it's not going to help them because if Congress had to decide on who's the next president, it's actually delegates appointed from each state, 2 delegates, if I recall, They're sent to make the decision, and there are more red states than blue states. So bribing rhinos to leave ain't going to get the Democrats anywhere on this. But you can clearly see that the legacy media is freaking out, and they're putting enormous pressure on Nebraska Republicans to drop this whole scenario, changing the rules in the election just months before November. I mean, who on earth would even conceive of doing something even remotely like that? I mean, the legacy media is just beyond shameless at this point. Unfortunately, gang, that pressure does seem to be working. Late last night, Nebraska Republicans, yes, your typical spineless Republicans who are always willing to betray their own voters, they voted against the change for a winner-take-all electoral system. Now, to be fair, it was a procedural vote that rejected the measure because it was attached to another completely unrelated bill. And in Nebraska, as I understand it, apparently the law is that you can't attach a completely unrelated bill to another one. So this isn't done, but it clearly comes down to this. Are we ready to put as much pressure on Nebraska Republicans as MSNBC is doing? Are we, the people, going to rise up in support of this change as much as the legacy media is rising up against it? That pressure will ultimately determine who wins in this political tug of war. But in many respects, we may have already won. That is that this massive shift that's happening in this key swing state is indicative of what's happening in the others. You're going to absolutely love this. Gang, you know I'm very passionate about the fact that we simply cannot rescue our nation if we don't first take care of ourselves. And health starts actually with our livers. Now, if you think about it, we throw everything at our livers. Cholesterol, alcohol, toxins, Tylenol, statins, cigarettes. That's why so many of us have a sluggish fatty liver that makes us gain weight and lose energy. But thanks to today's sponsor, there's a very real solution to all that. Liver Health Formula is an all-natural supplement which contains 12 clinically proven botanicals that help recharge and protect your liver. It's manufactured right here in the USA, and it's approved by independent American doctors. And if you click on that link below right now, you could try Liver Health Formula and receive a free bottle of blood sugar formula when you order today. So don't let a fatty liver keep you sluggish and inactive, gang. As many of you know, I myself recently lost over 60 pounds, and I can honestly say it's the best thing I've ever done. So now it's your turn. Click on that link below or go to getliverhelp.com/Turley and claim your free bonus gift. That's getliverhelp.com/Turley. We got some amazing developments coming out of the key swing state of Arizona. Larry Schweikert just posted these stats. Take a look at this. This is what's been happening since 2020. All 15 counties in Arizona, every single one, have been trending Republican in terms of voter identification registration. Yuma and Navajo counties have actually flipped to the GOP since 2020. We're even seeing huge gains in counties dominated by Native Americans. Maricopa County, by far the largest county in Arizona, is now, get this, +6 Republican, up from +3.9 Republican in 2020. And that's key because the one who wins Maricopa wins Arizona. And Arizona as a whole has doubled their Republican advantage. They moved from a +2.7 Republican advantage to now a +5.8, a near +6 Republican advantage. And a lot of this trending towards the Republicans, and most especially towards Trump, is because of, yes, the Latino vote. Latinos are moving overwhelmingly towards the Republicans as they begin to align their voting with their conservative values. And this is absolutely huge because what's happening in Arizona dovetails precisely what we're seeing in the other key swing state of Pennsylvania, which we talked about in one of yesterday's videos. According to an extensive survey by Big Data Polling, Trump is now trouncing Biden by 5 in Pennsylvania. Head to head, Trump is leading Biden 45.7 to 40.3. When you add in leaners, those who have yet to decide who they're going to vote for, but they are leaning one way or the other, Trump gains. He leads 47% to 41.3%. This represents a near 2-point gain from the last Big Data polling in March in Pennsylvania. So Trump is officially expanding his lead over Biden as key swing state. And if you add Pennsylvania and Arizona together, gang, that's the election. It's over. You can throw Georgia in as well. Biden has basically conceded Georgia at this point, gang. That's it. And wouldn't it be lovely to put that final electoral college vote from Nebraska as a cherry on top of all of this? Well, let's rise up and make that happen. Hey gang, if you always wanted to explore historical cities with a group of courageous patriots, well, now is your chance to embark on an exclusive adventure with me, Dr. Steve, and other patriots like you as we set sail on the Mediterranean. You're invited to join us this August on Royal Caribbean's luxury liner, the Voyager of the Seas. You'll get to spend time with me and other like-minded patriots during live onboard classes as we dive into topics like the rising parallel economy, the culture wars, and how you can share my optimism for a conservative renewal. We'll discover enchanting architecture, timeless artistry, and breathtaking experiences as we adventure through Spain, France, and Italy. Enjoy incredible dining experiences, enriching education, and once-in-a-lifetime attractions each day of our journey. It'll be a summer that you'll simply never, ever forget. Join me and your fellow patriots this August 5th to 12th for this unparalleled adventure. If you want more information and you want to take part in our last-minute pricing sale, my team is waiting to talk to you right now. There are only a handful of cabins left, so don't wait. Click on that link below or go to cruiseinfo.turleytalks.com to learn more. This is going to be an unforgettable trip, and I cannot wait to spend it with you. Click on that link below right now.